Welcome back to another episode of Penny Helpjes. Today, I pulled out one of the rare penny wrappers that tends to have mostly copper in it. Whether or not it's going to have all copper in it or not, we'll find out in a second. But they tend to be very good. Sometimes I have to do these penny rolls in two parts if they're all copper, because it just takes so long. Yeah, it's pretty close. And we have a damaged coin here. I wonder if that's a mint error. We'll find out soon. It does look like it's all copper again. Super duper rare. Even these are copper pennies. Now, I got about 50 or 60 of these last year when I did a bank run, and I do about one every couple weeks because they add some variety to the channel, which is going to be the topic of today's show. You know, we're getting some unfortunate news that it appears as if Trump is serious about doing away with the penny. They're not playing around. The whole look at that. I think it has a die clash. The first penny has a die clash. Yep. The whole Doge thing with getting rid of a lot of whatever unnecessary stuff. And otherwise, the penny's in beautiful condition. Absolute stunning condition. And honestly, I agree with them, right? I agree with the fact that the penny really has look at this beauty, man. I'm sorry. I go in and out, and I would do less of it if the pennies were if they weren't beautiful looking copper cents. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. Crazy. So I do agree with what they're doing. I'm not happy about it. Look at this. Pretty sure that's extra thickness. How about up here? Possibly. But in the Liberty, that definitely looks like extra thickness. In the whole Liberty, look at the R, and that B is like banana. Same thing with the E. That's great. Ruined it. I don't know what that is. It could be a deteriorated collar, but it almost doesn't matter, to be honest with you. Well, actually, this is a little cooler than. Well, even that's cool too. I don't know what this is. All right, and this is why the videos take so long, because these pennies really require a good look through. Almost all the pennies have some sort of mark. Collar errors are pretty common, right? Because they're one of the parts that gets easily damaged during the minting process. This one has misaligned die, and it's a collar error. Is it a wire rim? Is it abnormally? Is it a wide collar? Is it all the above? Oh, it has it on both sides. So it's a it's off-centered. The coin is off-centered in opposite directions, which is why this one's going to the east. Opposite sides going to the west. I've never seen that before. Oh boy. 1970. So, you know, it's gonna well, there's a lot of questions that I have in my head, and one of them is, and it might even be the main one, if they stop producing pennies, right? When will the banks stop issuing pennies? Same day? Will they play out the whole year? You know, let people bring in their pennies for the rest of the year, and then this is absolute. By the way, these pennies like this are absolutely amazing. You do not find these typically in penny wrappers. So I don't want to get crazy like every time I find one in this, because there are several of them. But just so you know, this is extremely rare. You can see the zinc is so clear. You can see the zinc improper mixture on the surface of this coin through the head, the field, the coat. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. These pennies are absolutely ridiculous. All right, so that was my bananas one. Whoa, and then the next one's even more nuts. And it looks like it has a slight die clash in the back, and possibly polished die. Look how smooth and kind of ghosty they are, or you know, blurred around the edges. Another 81. Was the other one 81? Yes, it was. Absolutely tremendous coins. Another one, and another one, and another one, and another. So, what does all this mean for penny collectors? Another very weak strike die clash. Well, it has it's such a small thing, but it has such a, for me and really my life right now. You know, I do a penny roll every day, which might not seem like a lot, but that's 365 a year I need. You know, where are they coming from? They come from the bank. Another great misaligned die. And if the bank doesn't have them anymore, then it's just going to be what I got left. And so I need to get, okay, I'm jumping around. There's so many misaligned dies on these pennies. Another beauty. And another beauty. Tremendous. Absolutely friggin' tremendous, man. This is crazy. How can I stay focused on top? But this one looks like it has the zinc in the rim, which I hardly ever see. And they all got this weak die clash for some reason. I wish it was a strong die clash. It's not. So, Trump and Doge don't seem to be screwing around. Bottom line. And I really believe it's just a matter of time before they do away with the penny. Okay? Bottom line. And I do not like buying pennies on. I mean, I will buy them. I don't like buying them. Look how yellow this one is. This almost looks like an uncirculated, to be honest with you. Except for this. A little black spot up there. Crazy. Some edge damage. So they get rid of the penny, right? Well, they're talking about it now. So I mean, they're talking about it a lot. If you put in into Google, you know, U.S. getting rid of the U.S. penny, something along those lines, you're going to see tons and tons and tons of news reporting on the talk about getting rid of the penny. And so this is what it says. In general, this is what it takes to separation and or extra thickness on the date. And the Liberty. Possibly the motto. I like to put these together. The different ones that have the I found the other one with extra thickness. Where is it this one? I want to keep all the extra thickness ones together, so that way I don't have to guess what they are when I'm looking at them. So I'll just separate them a little. Let me pause the video and see what's going on in here, if that's just dirt or something else. It looks like it's just like some gook might have just settled into the bottom of the columns, the bays right there. So, you know, people, I mean, honestly, Two Shed Gabby, he takes out the wheats. He takes out, I might have to contact him, to be honest with you, because, you know, he searched through his pennies only for wheat cents, and I guess if something jumps out on him, but generally his coins are unsearched. In my opinion, those are unsearched pennies. He's just going like this. That's all he's doing. He's not doing what I do. So I would be able to search through all of his pennies. And this guy's got what, 2 sheds? I mean, what I need for this channel to stay afloat is one penny. Is one penny roll a day. That's what the channel needs. 1 penny roll a day. But the problem is, I mean, I could do this theoretically, for the next 25 years. Theoretically. Okay? So what's the math on that? $25 times 365. You're talking about upwards of 9,000 penny rolls. If we divide that by 2, we'll get how much in dollars? That's about $4,500 in money, right? And if we divide it by 2 again, we'll have weight in pounds. You're talking about 2,281 pounds of penny rolls. And I know it's a little bit under, so it's probably closer to like 2,500 pounds. 25. You're talking about a carload of pennies for me to continue this channel for 25 years, give or take a penny roll. So we're talking about a lot of pennies, man. And I'm nowhere near that. I think I did a quick overview of my pennies that I have in the basement, and it's about, I got like $400, man. I got like 10% of what I need. You're talking about a year of. I was not planning for this to happen. I just started the channel a year ago, man. Right? You know what I'm saying? This is like the last thing I want to hear. I mean, if I would have had, a couple $1,000, which, I mean, in monetaries, I mean, yes, $2,000, you could pay your bills for a few, whatever, I mean, it's a few bucks, but it's not life-changing. $2,000 is not life-changing money, unless you got a damn penny channel and you need $2,000 worth of pennies. So, misaligned die, another beauty. Didn't have stupid. Look at the detail in the reverse of this one. It's tremendous. Tremendous detail. So, all right, we got a lot more here to go. Well, maybe I can make it through. Maybe it's not that much. I'll go straight through. Not in the mood to do. I'm in a bad mood. Well, not that bad of a mood. I'm exaggerating. It does give me something that I really have to figure out. Now, of course, there are alternatives, which I'm not thrilled about, man. I am not thrilled. I mean, I could start going and getting the boxes of federal wrap pennies. Maybe I'll pick up, I mean, it's, what is it, $25? It's 50 rolls. Maybe I'll pick up $100 of them. I don't like doing them, man. But I mean, 100 roll, even that, right? $100 is 200 rolls. Well, I guess in the scope of things, that's a lot. I mean, those are like, to me, those are desperado rolls, man. I don't want to do these. This is nice clear side. I'll probably put this into my mint state. Even though it has those black marks, still really nice. I'm coming up on that damaged one there. We'll see if it's a mint error or not. Look at this beauty. Yeah, this is vicious. Remember Sid Vicious? Also has another weak die clash. It's a little bit more moderate of a die clash than weak per se, only because the penny's in such beautiful condition. But it's still pretty weak. But this penny is just absolutely gorgeous. Has a few different errors. Has that nice misaligned die there too. It's a beauty. Let me put this over to the side. I'll put it with the other misaligned die. All right, now what I've been waiting for is this. Oh, wow. All right, let me pause this video for a second and look at this. And I'm actually going to see if I could see, if I could find a, oh, wow. This is something, hold on, I'll be right back. So, of course, when you see something like this, the first thought is somebody took a what's that called? Trying to get a really, really good focus on it. So I can click the picture. If I put the light on, that help or hurt? All right, that looks pretty good. Let me put like this, put the black behind it. So the first initial thought is that this is done by a tool. And I would have to say no to that. It would be virtually impossible to get something that's like long scissor like, you know what I mean, which is a tool, without the line going past that and causing I mean, you see a little bit of it here, but it's just too little. And it's multiple. It's like bop 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 bop. This thing probably looks like it was struck multiple times in the same exact spot, as if it was trying to get out of something. A machine was pushing it and it got caught on something, and it just got, so now, so it's not a tool, it's a machine, right? I mean, it could be a tooling machine, but it's not a hand. This was not done by a handheld tool. That's what I'm saying. The only question is the machine from the mint or outside the mint, and that's the real question here for this coin. And I'll look at it in further detail separately than this video. And you might say, "Oh, it's so bright, that the copper is so bright, it has to be recent post mint." That's not true. I've seen there are examples of post, for some reason, once you go through, it could stay looking copper forever, and then the outside could turn brown. So that's not necessarily true. Anyway, that's that. It might just be one of those coins that remains unidentified, an unidentified issue. that it has. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning, 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 stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning penny. Just unbelievable, honestly. Okay, so they stopped making pennies. What happens? It's probably within a very short amount of time that they stop dealing with pennies altogether. Oh, so what I read was they're gonna melt them. That's it. That's it. They might, if they don't even, they haven't even released. I mean, as of today, they haven't released the 2025. And I mean, we're already in February. By the time this video is shown, it's March. So obviously there'll be something. There'll be more clarification. It might even be decided. It might even be done. But that's what I read. I read that once they, okay, so it takes an act of Congress or the Treasury Department. It takes a bunch of things to make, like the president just doesn't say get rid of pennies, and Elon Musk doesn't say get rid of pennies, and the next day pennies are gone. But they have, they have a lot of influence upon the Treasury and the Congress, and it might just happen, and they might just say, yeah, you're right, let's get rid of the penny. Canada did it, 13 years ago. I think it was 2012. Just want to make sure that's not a lamination error. Could be. The color's really off. Not really off, but it's off. It's like kind of yellower. That's attractive, right? Could be a lamination error. Let me just it's so nice. How if I hit it with the light? I don't like it with the light. Yeah, I like it. I like the contrast right there. Let me take a picture of this. So they get rid of the penny, and then I think what's going to happen is all the banks are going to send their pennies back to the mint. And the mint is going to smelt the pennies. They're going to smelt them. Smelt them, melt them, whatever, man. They're going to destroy the coins. That's going to be it, man. It might be very, very quickly. All stores, all businesses will be asked to, when they bring the pennies to the bank will then send them to the mint. There will be no more going to the bank for pennies. It's going to be, it could be over just like that, man. I wake up one day, boom, pennies are gone. I go to the bank. You know, this thing I've been doing for the past year, going every month or so, going to the bank. I call it my bank run day. That's going to be over, man. It's going to be over in one swift fell chop of the axe, man. Over, done. And what does that mean for me? For me? Me. What does it mean? What does it mean, man? What's going to happen in my life because of these stupid pennies? What's going to happen? Yeah, okay, I got enough for a couple years. You know why? I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say I have enough for a couple years. That's 700 pennies, give or take. 700 penny rolls. 700, how much like 700 penny rolls? Divide that by half is whatever, $350. Divide that in half again, 175 pounds. Yeah, I have about 200 pounds of pennies. I know by weight because I move the bags around. The bags weigh about 20 pounds, 15, 20 pounds. Let's call it 15 pounds. And I got about I got about 20 15-pound bags. What's that? Let me just do the math. My brain's not working right now. So I got about 20 times 15 pounds. I have about 300 pounds of pennies. No. 300 pounds? No. I don't have 300 pounds. Do I have 300 pounds of pennies? I'm doing the math by like I know the weight already, and I went downstairs to check last night, and man, I got quite a bit, man. Let me tell you. But 300 pounds seems like a lot. I'm thinking closer to 250 pounds. Okay, so 250 pounds. If you times that by 2, that's how many dollars? Oh, all right, which is about five. All right, I might have about $500 in pennies downstairs, all together. I said I wanted 2,000, 500. Right, 250 pounds is $500. Is 1,000 rolls. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's 800, maybe it's 1,100. Yeah, I got about 1,000 rolls. That's only 3 years. And then I have those. Okay, so now, again, nowhere near, right? If I got 1,000 rolls, that's 3 years. I just said I'd like. How about if I want to do this for the next 25 years? I'm nowhere near, man, where I want to be. Not even by a long shot, dude. Oh, I'm so upset, man. That's what I'm saying. I knew it. I mean, and again, I might be generously saying how many I got. Might be overstating. What's that? Yeah, it looks like it's on the surface. You see that? Oh. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a sad day for me when they. I mean, I dedicated a pretty big chunk of my day to this penny roll hunting. All copper penny roll, by the way. Just to acknowledge that. And here we go. We got a nice. Looks like a nice collar error. Make sure it's not a second strike. All right. Well, it looked like a collar error for a second. Maybe it's not. Thought it was flat. I don't know. So bummed out, Well, so what it definitely means is I got to stay on point. You know what I mean? Like I got to go and get. I'm going to have to whatever. I'm going to have to do whatever I got to do to get more 1959 is nice. More pennies. I'm going to have to go more often. That's nice too. I'm going to have to go more often. to the bank, I'm saying. I'm going to have to go to the bank. See, I could have divided this into 2 videos easily. Nobody's here anymore. Who's here still after 35 minutes of hearing me talk my nonsense about pennies? Change, you know? But it's what I do, man. It's what I do. It's important to me. It's important to me. Look at that. Wow, look at that beauty. Yeah. Lamination error. Too much zinc. Too much zinc. Where's the other one that I had? I'm going to put it with the other one. This one is really gold looking. I got to weigh this. Let me pull out the scale. Let's weigh it just in case. I'll weigh both of them. There's the other one too. I mean, I can't weigh every penny or this video would be like 5 hours long. So that's not going to happen. 309. And here's the other one. That's also like lamination error-ish. 313. All right, we'll put them together. See how I put them together? These are the MS condition pennies. You can tell these are the AU. Excuse me. These are the BU, the AU, and the fine. So that's how and then they go into, these will go into tubes. These will go into tubes. These will go into wrappers. Yeah, I spend way too much thinking about this stuff. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right. I should have broke this up into separate videos, but I'm being lazy. I didn't want to switch gears on the topic, you know, and I don't want to. When I stop the topic, I don't want to get back on it right away. You know what I mean? I'm going to give myself a breather. As far as talking about the topic goes, look at that. How disgusting is that one? So that's all I can do. I could just really get on top of it and get as many pennies as I can. You know, the other portion of this is if there are pennies afterwards, what's the penny market gonna look like? That's the second, right? I mean, if I had $2,000 in pennies, which I don't, right? Just said I have like $250 or $200 in pennies. If I had 2,000 in pennies, I wouldn't. I mean, I still might be greedy and be like, I want more. You know. I'm just trying to look at that. Look, I can't tell if that's postman. Let me look at this under the loop. Well, regardless of what's going on with the 4, which I really can't tell if that's if something, you know, if it's a mint error or not. But there is separation in the motto. How about over here? So yeah, looks like, look, you see the Liberty has some separation too, or spreading, or doubling, whatever you want to call it. Extra thickness. You can see it pretty good in the. I'm gonna turn it upside down so the light's hitting from a different direction. Yeah. So you're going to see I mean, think about it. If right now, right? Well, first of all, I'm noticing that coins are going up in value. Pennies are starting to sell for more than they were a couple months ago. So that's number one. And it would be on one that has a nice die clash on it. See the die clash? And it's pretty, you can see the line's pretty strong on it. All right, I'll throw this into the cleaning. I'll clean this one. Anything else? It don't matter. It has the die clash, so I'm going to clean it just because of that. All right, let me throw this into my cleaning jar. You know how people are going to try to capitalize on the pennies going? Forget about it, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be for about 6 months or a year, right? Because it's going to be the whole year. They're going to be talking about 2025. They're getting rid of pennies. They're doing this. People are bringing their pennies to the bank. People are hoarding pennies. People are going crazy for pennies, right? So that's going to go on for the rest of 2025 or whatever year they decide to do that on. Yeah, these pennies are great, man. They all look extra thick to me. All the letters and numbers. The whole model looks like it has extra thickness or separation or spreading on it. And the Liberty and the date. How about the reverse? Anything good going on the reverse? What's that? A little damage there to the Plurius. Nice. Leave that one for last. So it's gonna go nuts, right? And you know, I'm gonna be talking about that for as long as it's going on, because it's gonna affect, right? Like, I'm not gonna be doing bank runs anymore. I'm not gonna be I mean, I'll be looking for pennies in other places, and they'll be like whatever amount extra, or you know, and it'll be disgusting is what it's going to be. The whole thing's going to be, for someone who is really into penny roll hunting, it's going to be disgusting. Look at this beauty. Oh, and that's a strong die clash. How about on the front? Any die clashing, anything? No, not really. It's a line in his face. I don't think that's there's a little line here and a little line here. I don't think that's die clashing anything, no. But here, it's pretty strong die clash. There you go. The head should be here. It's missing the head. This has the one line. Very common, but this one's, the penny's in great condition, and the line is kind of nice, and there's no black spots, or very few. Excellent example. Beautiful penny and a really nice die clash. You can see it right here. That's the head. Maybe over here too a little bit. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Just kind of stinky, you know. I was hoping to have another couple years to I mean, it hasn't been decided yet, but I just feel like when this administration says they're going to do something, they're going to do it, which I'm happy about, right? I care more about the state of the country and you know, getting us back on track than I do this channel, you know, in all honesty. To put, if I had to pick the channel over the country, of course I'm going to pick the country. And I know pennies probably will not affect the country, but it's a small part of the waste, you know. And I understand that. I got into it late, man. And this is your chance, you know. Don't go to any of my banks, please. Just, you know, go to your own banks and get all the pennies you can, and bring them home and hoard them and see what happens. And you'll make money, that's for sure. You can't go wrong, especially with the copper. I don't even think I'm going to bring my zinc back anymore. I have about $100 in zinc. I usually go every $100. I've done it twice so far in the past year, which is interesting, right? I'm up to the 300th year, the 300th day, and I have another 100 zincs, right? Excuse me. I've done 14 months of penny roll hunting, and I have about 300. So it tells you, right? 300 $100 in zincs, and the rest of them were copper, right? So the copper I save, but I don't know if I'm going to bring the zincs back. How about if the zincs become worth money? You know, like they start paying 5 cents a zinc. How about if zinc rolls start selling for $3 or $4? You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm going to bring them back anymore. I think I'm going to keep them. It's not worth. I don't want $100 in my account. I want my $100 in zincs, which is 200 penny rolls, which is 200 penny rolls is every. Well, $100 is 500 pennies, 5,000 pennies, 5,000 pennies. I don't think I want to bring them back. Anyway, that was a little bit too deep for morning talk, but it's what I do here. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Please click like and subscribe and all that stuff. If you're still here after 46 minutes, God bless you. And I'll see you in the next one.